Cummins' first gasoline engine. Cummins, synonymous with diesel dominance. But now, they've just dropped a bombshell. Something nobody ever expected. Not the experts, not the rivals, not even the fans. But Cummins, they just did it. And now, the game might never be the same again. Behold Cummins' very first gasoline engine. Spoiler alert, it's an iceberg of intelligence which is way deeper than you can imagine. Cummins' game changer, what took the industry off guard. Cummins have built their empire on diesel. Big rigs, heavy-duty machine. Engines known for unmatched torque and reliability. That's how they've always been. Rightfully so, Cummins has been the undisputed king of diesel. But then, without warning, they changed everything by dropping their very first gasoline engine. Behind the scenes, Cummins had been planning. They were not stuck in the past, but focused on the future. They saw the shift coming, tightening regulations, rising fuel standards, and a growing demand for cleaner, smarter power. And how did they respond to it? They prepared and they delivered, not hybrid, not electric, a full-scale gasoline engine, purpose-built for modern needs, without compromising performance. It's a bold move, one that sends a message across the industry. Cummins is evolving and fast. While others hold on to tradition, Cummins is rewriting the playbook. The question now isn't why they did it. It's who's ready to follow. The engine that could change it all. When you think of Cummins, what comes to mind? Heavy-duty diesel engines, right? Let's break it down. Examining the specifications reveals why this engine outperforms the rest. This is not your typical gasoline engine. It's designed to offer high performance, durability, and fuel efficiency. All the things Cummins is known for, but in a completely different package. We're looking at a V8 engine that pushes the boundaries of what's possible with gasoline power. It's rumored to be comparable to, if not exceeding, some of the best gasoline engines out there. We're talking about serious power, but power isn't everything, right? The engine has also been built to offer better fuel economy than most of its competitors in the gasoline market. And that's a huge advantage. Let's talk about durability for a second. With decades of experience in designing engines that last, Cummins is known for creating engines that go the distance. Now they're bringing that same level of expertise to gasoline. This isn't a temporary solution. It's an engine that's been built with longevity in mind. If they can replicate that level of durability in gasoline engines, it will be a game changer. And don't even get me started on technology. This engine is rumored to have advanced tech integrations that could set new standards in the industry. We're talking about a mix of smart fuel management systems, efficiency-boosting technology, and even emissions control that's never been seen before in the gasoline engine space. But here's where things get really interesting. Why gasoline? Why would a company so entrenched in diesel technology suddenly pivot to gasoline? The answer could lie in the future of the automotive industry. With electric vehicles, EVs, gaining traction, gasoline might seem like the old guard, but don't forget, there's still a massive market for gasoline engines, and that's where Cummins could make its mark. With new emission standards pushing for cleaner technologies, the gasoline engine market is still incredibly valuable. By entering this market, Cummins is positioning itself for a broader range of applications, from trucks and SUVs to high-performance sports cars. The real kicker here is the timing. With gas prices on the rise and consumers demanding more fuel-efficient options, Cummins' move could give them a competitive edge. But let's not forget, this could also be an opportunity for them to push diesel technology into newer sectors by pairing it with their gasoline offerings. This could mean hybrid engines, dual fuel options, and more innovative solutions down the road. What's really going on? Something bigger might be unfolding behind the scenes. Cummins didn't just build a new engine. They've made a move that feels carefully timed and deeply strategic. This isn't the kind of shift a company makes on a whim. After decades dominating the diesel world, a pivot to gasoline signals a response to something bigger. Market changes? Global logistics? Possibly both. In remote areas, war zones or disaster zones, gasoline often remains more accessible than diesel. And when electric vehicles aren't an option due to unreliable power grids, gasoline continues to deliver. Could Cummins be positioning this engine as a solution for these challenges? It's possible this isn't just about consumer trucks or fleet vehicles. There's speculation that this engine could be aligned with military or government needs, where reliability under pressure matters most. If true, it may already be earmarked for tactical fleets or special-purpose vehicles. Then there's the torque-to-weight ratio, an aspect that's drawing attention. It suggests that this engine might not only compete with diesel, but outperform it in certain conditions. And globally, China has been experimenting with gasoline turbo-hybrid technologies and making waves in key markets. Perhaps Cummins is preparing to enter that space, or even leapfrog it with something more efficient and adaptable. There are whispers of this engine being just the beginning, a first glimpse into a broader lineup. If Cummins is indeed working on a full gasoline range, we might be witnessing the start of a quiet but calculated shift. One thing's clear: Cummins isn't chasing trends. They're thinking long-term, quietly, strategically. And this new engine? It may just be the start of something much bigger: applications and buyers. This engine doesn't cater to everyone. It's designed for those who demand performance, for industries, fleets, and sectors that need power, reliability, and speed. Now, not tomorrow. First, let's talk about commercial vehicles, delivery trucks, taxis, utility vans. Think about the vehicles that never rest. Delivery vans, school buses, fleet trucks, always on the move, always needed. These vehicles can't afford compromises. They need engines that start fast, run smoothly, and stay reliable. No more cold morning struggles, no more diesel headaches. Cummins' new gasoline engine changes everything. Lower fuel costs, instant power, smarter performance. Now shift the lens. Emergency vehicles, fire trucks, ambulances, patrol units. They can't wait. While people's lives are on the line. And this engine? It ignites instantly. No hesitation. When every second counts, this could be the edge. Next, the open road, RVs, mobile homes, full-time travelers. No more complex diesel maintenance, no delays, no stress. Just better mileage, longer trips, easy starts every single time. And on job sites, excavators, loaders, bulldozers, they need muscle, endurance. Now they get both, without the emissions punch of diesel. And finally, the silent heroes, backup generators. When the grid fails, power must stay on. This engine makes sure it does, effortlessly, reliably, always ready. And don't overlook the military. Tactical vehicles demand reliability in extreme conditions. These vehicles need an engine that works fast in all types of weather, from freezing cold to desert heat. This gasoline engine is a strong contender for that role. A clean, powerful, ready-to-go solution for defense operations. Hybrid vehicles? This is where things get even more interesting. This gasoline engine could complement hybrid technology, pairing seamlessly with batteries to increase fuel economy and performance. Think electric propulsion combined with gasoline for power boosts when needed. The engine has serious potential here. It doesn't stop there. We might be witnessing the beginning of something even bigger. Cummins could be paving the way for a dual-fuel future. Gasoline and alternative fuels working hand in hand. Flexibility like never before. This technology could transform entire industries. Now let's talk about the big buyers. The automotive giants are already taking notes. Ford, Toyota, General Motors, and maybe even Tesla. Everyone is going to want a piece of this new power. But Cummins has the first mover advantage. They've shown the world they're not just a diesel powerhouse anymore. They're innovating for the future. They're looking at fleets. They're eyeing the electric vehicle market. They're preparing for the big switch from diesel to cleaner, more efficient engines. And they're ready to disrupt the whole game. What happens when everyone catches up? It's going to change the entire landscape of vehicle production, sales, and adoption. The future and final thoughts. Here's the real question. Is the gasoline engine the future or just a stepping stone? Think about it. Electric was supposed to be the future. Clean, silent, revolutionary. But now, Cummins drops a gasoline engine that defies every expectation. It's cleaner, faster, sharper, instant torque, high efficiency, lower emissions. But here's the question. Is this enough to challenge the electric wave? Or is it just a bridge between the old world and what's next? Will we see a hybrid era where gasoline and electricity fight side by side? Or has Cummins just redefined the battlefield altogether? One thing's certain, Cummins cracked the code, and nothing will be the same again. They've proven that innovation doesn't have to be about going fully electric. It can be about rethinking what already exists. The gasoline engine isn't dead, it's evolving, and Cummins has just given it a massive boost. What does this mean for car manufacturers? The competition just got real. Cummins isn't waiting for the future to come to them, they're creating it. Every company out there now has to reconsider their strategy. If this gasoline engine gets picked up, we might see a resurgence of vehicles that run on gasoline, but with new technology that makes them far more sustainable. The question still remains, though. Who is going to take the lead next? Will other giants follow Cummins' lead? Or will they double down on electric vehicles? We know diesel is on its way out, but the question remains, is gasoline making its grand comeback? One thing is for sure, the game has changed, and now it's your turn to weigh in. What do you think? Could gasoline engines have a future? Or is the world really shifting toward full electrification? Let us know your thoughts. Drop a comment below and join the conversation.